Okay, so a 2D plane we place and stone that some. So this is 947. Remember stones removed with same row or column. On a 2D plane we place n stones. Okay, so there's a 2D matrix. We place n stones of some integer coordinate points. Each coordinate point may have at most one stone. Yeah, okay. Stone can be removed if it shares either the same row or the same column. It can be removed if it shares either the same row or the same column. Another stones that has been given and stones. Stone return the largest possible number of stones that can be removed. Stones can be removed from plane. So there is a 2D plane. Let's understand it better. Stone can be removed if it shares either the same row or the same column. To do because it shares the same row as 2 1. No stone 2 1 because it shares the same as 0 2. Okay, so what I can understand is if any stone either I or J equals then it can be removed. It can be removed. Right. Okay. So so as I was doing the playlist of disjoint set, so it's a graph question, so that I know, but how I'll be able to solve the disjoint set union that I need to check. So these are the edges which we can now convert 0 to 0 if the edge to themselves, and 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 1 to 0, and this is a duplicate edge which can be removed 1 to 0. So then 1 to 0 will be removed. Also 0 to 0, 0 to 1. So one of them can be removed, and then 0 to 1, 1 to 0, this one also removed. So 0 to 1 or 1 to 0 to 1 and 0. Now that's we have both removed. 1 to 2, 2 to 1. One of them can be removed, both of them. So 0 to 0 and 1 to 2. So 0 to cannot be removed. So 0, 0 okay. So I have answered that 0 to 0 cannot be removed, and then 1 to 2 cannot be removed, but it is saying that stone 0 to 0 cannot be removed since it does not share only. Okay. Let's see how many output 5. Okay, let's see how many components can be there 0 to 0. So placing those stones, we place in stones of some interior coordinates point. Each coordinate waypoint may have at most one stone. The stone if it shares either same row or same column as another stone that has not been removed. I need to check with some pen and paper here. Okay. Component is there. And first 0 to 0, 0 to 2. Okay. 1 to 1, 2 to 0. Okay, that's there. 2 to 2 is there. So there are two components, which is 1 to 1 and 7. Is it 0 to 0? Yeah. Yeah, so I think it's a straightforward questions to check if any components of how many components of graph is there. That means they cannot be removed. the stones cannot be removed because either one of them is connected to either of them. So if 0 to 0 is there and then 0 to 1 is there, then this is a one component, 1 to 0 it's a one component, 2 to 1 one component, here 2 to 2 it's whole as a one component. So how many I can remove? 1 2 3 4 5. So it would be like edges minus the answer should be edges minus um, whatever we have counted as a component, counted as components. This must be the output. Let's go first disjoint set the class. So this one already solved here. So I will copy this class over there. Okay, my system is hanged because okay, so this is disjoint class. Now what can I do is I can find out how many components are there. So for the components, number of components, is there anything? Students. So let this length or would be equals to stones dot length. Now we will be going to each of const of for const of u comma v from x from stones. Why did it work? Why does why the form is not? Oh, okay. From it should be stones. So for your information, guys, I have just started to use JavaScript. I was previously using C++. Now I am working in the Node.js, so I just wanted to learn and complete this JavaScript. So now what we can do is we can find the ultimate parent of u. So would be okay. I need to create an object of data structure that will be const ts equals to disjoint set of how many numbers are there. So and length, but n is not defined in this case. What? Length. How would I find the length? There are only edges given. Zero, 1, 2. We don't find ultimate parent. And we need to find the ultimate parent. I think we have to union by size. By size of u comma v. So that this would give us all of the components related to, and later we can use a for loop to find on the parent array let equals to 0 to I less than parent length. Okay. Plus plus and if parent of I equals to I, that means this is the one component which I am talking about, and then I'll make a counter of it. Counter should be initialized to 0, and then what counter will do is it will count all the components which are there in the arrays array. So I think we need this. How many do we have to? So it would be this minus counter. This would be the rough without edge cases solution. And now I'm not getting that how I'll be finding what are the number of vertices in this graph. ठीक है सर It is saying that n is given constructor. Yep, n is not defined. Three, 4, 5, 6 systems. Let's check the description section. What is the number of stones that can be reached from one another? Reaching stones. It was really. Is it stand for coordinate for the stones also? What does remove and moves means here? What? I will leave 2 3 minutes out this to if I can solve this. I'll check my solution. Shall I written in C plus plus? This is saying okay. 2D preview places stones under the there has to be two matrix and okay. There are edges. Right. Okay. Units. अगर स्टोन कनेक्टेड है एक ऐड से that can be removed, right? It should not be number of components. Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a look at the summation generated. This is the number of components from slot size minus count. So stone's node has to be some arrow. Okay, it's a map. Yeah, max. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. How we will be taking the n number of right. Okay, so this would okay. Okay, so still, let's say maximum height is 0 stones. Mm, in the first there is 2 next column stone. Then we will be creating a file. This logic is correct actually. I'm not sure how. Let's see. But what does this mean? Max row plus max column. Max row is here. Let's say 2 plus 2 plus 5. So there's data structure should be getting wrong. Ask this to ChatGPT. Let's explain this logic to me for initial two loops. So I we are giving max row plus max column as in total vertex. Okay, but each row numbers can be okay. It is offsetting the node column. Okay. That means yeah, this is the thing. Rows would be 0 to max row, and then column would be max row plus 1, so no collision occur between row and column nodes. So it is saying that you will have the max to 0 to max row as in rows, and then you will have columns from starting max row plus 1 and then up to max column plus 1. Okay, got it. And why DSU size 0 max column 0 max row column max. Can you please give me try quickly? follow steps. Okay. Okay, this whole thing is here for to calculate the number of vertices we will be making on this graph stones, because as we do not want to have repetitive I and j, like 0 to 1, and there can be another 1 to 0. We don't want to repetitive those things. That's why we have to create an node with rows and columns, where rows will be 0 to row and the columns will be row plus 1 max. The code has the maximum number. Okay, let's write the code here. I can do the same loop here. Create two components and variable for maximum. We will keep going. This would be max row plus max column plus 1. Now I can go to create a node for row. And which should be as same as you, and in fact column node would be still max plus 1 plus, and then this should be this should be correct now. We're creating a graph and unionize them with rows and columns. I think this is anything like stones, nodes. Okay, this is creating a map also. It is not find those nodes. Yeah, they are based on nodes. So this is this map will be there as in first the F is a typo here. Okay. Yeah, it should be. This should be counting all the components on the map, not on the all parent array. Okay, now let's see. Node stones dot keys. All the keys are there. So node, and if it is equal to components plus plus, there should be pointer. Now what is there? This is two nodes. Why there are some mistakes? I think this should be right color concept, but no. No, it is accepted. So the only thing here we need to see is you will be making graph from for a row from 0 to row, and then for a column which will be going from row plus 1 to column x, and that that those nodes which have row and column is in linear graph. This is so you are making graph from 2D matrix 2D matrix which have all the stones in it, and there is a place where they are sitting, the stones are sitting, and then from that matrix you are making a linear way array that can be used for making can be used for making the graph for all the nodes. Yes. And giving all the nodes which we will be making as in row node and column node. From that it's the that graph there will be some nodes which are not there in the input. So for that we need to create a map. That map is used for what nodes which we have in the input and what nodes we do not have in the inputs. Yeah. So that we will be looping only on the nodes which are there in the map. And this is just we will be removing the components from the number of edges in the stones. So edges in the stones are the lines which are there in the graph, and counter is the component. So guys, that's I think that's it for today. It's a heavy question for me, but yeah, we it should be a hard question. I think we today we learned a lot of things about how we can, I mean, model disjoint union set and then use it somehow from 2D matrix to make it a linear array. Thanks everyone for joining in and watching my stream. Bye bye.